Peace, it's your brother Eternal T. I am you, you are me, can't you see? Can't believe it, I'm back. It's been a long time. I should have left you without a dope beat this step two. Anyways, you know how I do my research or whatever, and I come back and give you guys something. This is just a review on something that I looked at and I was like, yo, this might be good for me, you know what I mean? It's called Chlorella. It's a single-celled freshwater algae. And it's basically like the sister or cousin or brother or whatever to Spirulina. And yeah, I think that's like an algae too. Anyways, it's a very dense, nutrient-dense substance. Oh my goodness. It helps with so many things. Oh, it helps with so many things. Great for vegans and people that think you need protein, and I don't feel like getting into the protein thing. All right, so look, it's great for vegans, but it's a ton of protein. It's like 60% protein. So if somebody be like, hey, where you get your protein from? Which people don't really ask to me on a daily basis because I don't really have this conversation. Like, I just go eat what I eat and I do what I does. But anyways, if I ask you that, just be like, yo, I take my Chlorella. It's like 60% protein and I do what I want. After that, I'm good, you know? Because we all know that protein comes from the process of photosynthesis, which is also the way that you create amino acids. Amino acids is basically a protein. So if you take amino acids and you get it from your plants, that means you get the protein. So I don't know if this is still a debate, but there it is, all right? So anyways, Chlorella. I just want to give you my five reasons why I chose to try it and why I suggested to you guys. Obviously, I'm not getting paid or to have a degree or whatever to tell you anything. So what you want to do is do your own independent research and see what's right for you and whatnot like that. You know what I'm saying? So, Chlorella. Yeah. It has a hard cell wall, right? So, you want to get the ones that say our Chlorella is derived in raw and broken cell wall form. You want to get the cracked or broken cell wall. Now, I already used this thing empty, bro. That's from Triketra Health. No, Triketra. Wow. Health. All right, so, but it has a little flower life symbol on the back, Bio-Chlorella. It's awesome. Anyways, I always get organic, whatever. I need all the B12. I need all that B6. But you want to get it, just check on Amazon. So, like, if you see, like, just check in the description, because the new one I just got, I didn't see this one again, which I'm pretty sure is on there. But the new one I just got, it just said, I had to look in the description, and the description says cracked cell wall. So always make sure it's cracked cell wall. All right, so number one reason, I don't know if these are a particular order, but here's the number one reason. It helps get rid of toxic heavy metals. Boy, if you look up in the sky, oh, there's clouds everywhere today. All right, but I see some streaks, and I don't think that's the streaks that I'm really talking about. But anyways, you know about chemtrails and all that junk. So a lot of stuff being sprayed in the sky now, and a lot of stuff like from when your childhood, you have mercury or you have all types of stuff that you come in contact with on a daily basis now. So, and it helps the detox. It helps get rid of those heavy metals, which I really, really love. And that is going to lead into my story of why I think what happened to me happened when I started taking this, the first mother day. That's why I had to make a video about this, because this is not regular, you know? All right, so number two. Oh yeah, by the way, it helps fight the radiation, so that's wonderful. So I got, obviously, well not obviously, I run the World Peace Meditation crystals, and we make orgonite too, so that helps with the radiation. So I'm for the protection, you know what I mean? And the detoxification, you feel me? Yes, you do feel me. All right, so, number two. All right, it's a great source of protein. It's 60% protein and tons of amino acids. So that, like I said from the start of the video, stop whining and take it if you're vegan. It's freaking good for you, right? Yeah, so anybody concerned with, like, you know, newcomers or how to, like, I'm jokey, but if you're really concerned with the protein thing and you're like, man, I want to go vegan, but I don't know, I might die or whatever, get small and skinny or whatever, you probably will freaking get skinny first, and then you'll get to the normal weight. You probably will lose some weight and get to your normal body weight. There's people who are vegan and still low key overweight. You know what I mean? So it's about what you eat, how you eat, you know, all that stuff. But it's not about vegan. It's not a vegan video. The point is, anybody can take this, and probably everybody should be taking this, honestly. But anyways, so 60% protein, tons of amino acid, and that's why it gives you a ton of energy. So number 3, antioxidants. Tons of antioxidants. In general, that's like something that would keep you, let's see, it builds your immunity, and that also keeps you, that could be a way to prevent diseases coined under the term cancerous. Because it eliminates the free radicals in your body. And free radicals can be caused by simple things like high temperature cooked oils, such as like coconut oil at a very high temperature. It holds a pretty decent high temperature, but it cooked at a very high temperature can create free radicals in the body. Even olive oil. One that's great is grape seed oil, but that is, whew, it's way more expensive than other ones unless you get this bottle. But I like to get the authentic stuff. Like, you can get the bottle of grapeseed oil, but at the same time, I like to get organic stuff just because a lot of stuff, well, I mean, at least non-GMO. But most of the time, it's going to be pretty expensive, honestly. But it's okay. So that's number 3. Number 4 is a high source of iron. And boy, so anybody that's dealing with anemic, I would definitely suggest that to you. It has a very high source of iron. It's a very high source of iron, and it gives you the vitamin C that absorbs the iron. So it's a ton of vitamin C. Like, this is like, they consider it as a superfood. I mean, and if then, you know, this superfood word came out of nowhere, but man, I say this one is definitely a superfood. Because I can't, maybe in like, you can overdose on anything pretty much, I think, but because it can be dehydrating a bit. So you want to make sure you drink a lot of water. But man, this is if any of them, I'm gonna definitely call this one a superfood. All right. Yeah. So a bonus is that it prevents early aging. That's a little bonus one. That ain't number 5. That's just a bonus one. It prevents early aging. And I think people use it as like a little mask or whatever, and then like rub it all over their beautiful looking faces and keep themselves plump and voluptuous. So that's something I've seen or whatever, and so that's cool. That's cool. You know, it ain't my thing, but you know what I'm saying. But you should. I take the benefits. You know what I'm saying. Looking like I'm now 18 for the rest of my life, or at least 21. Whatever that is, because when I was 21, I barely had a mustache, so never mind. Whatever. All right, just want soft skin, okay? All right, so number 5. It provides sustaining amounts of energy. That kind of goes with number, let's see, what was that? Number 1, when it gets rid of the toxic heavy metals. Yeah, because it like, that's what I noticed when I first started taking it. That was like the first day. I just noticed that and even because I take maca powder too, and even with the maca powder, I noticed that I was just like up. I say the Spirulina, because I tried that separately, has more of the energy effect, but it does do that. It has like this clarity that gets rid of the fog, that brain fog. So when, say for instance, if you take an energy drink, you can still have an energy drink and still have that brain fog, which makes you feel a little dreary. But with the chlorella, you can not have so much energy, but have a certain type of clarity to where it feels like you're getting things done smoother. Everything feels smoother. So it's kind of like a brain type of energy, it feels like to me. Unless you're just you're susceptible to certain substances and it really does like drastically kick you in. Like stimulants, like I like stimulants because it takes me a while to actually get to get there. But I always feel that way. I don't know, but sometimes I guess it's just a motivational thing, man. So you got to motivate yourself, and you'll need sleep. This is not a substitute for sleep. Anything that says energy is not a substitute for sleep. If you don't get enough sleep and you wake up and you're tired and you take anything, and it does the opposite and makes you super like good and going and great, that probably isn't that good for you. Because honestly, if I take the chlorella, if I ain't had enough sleep in 2 days and I ain't get the proper sleep, I'm still gonna be tired, okay? Let's not forget sleep is one of the most important things besides water that you could have. And breath is above all that, right? Prana, okay? That's above everything. But you need that sleep to make sure that prana and that water can function properly and blossom a great human being, all right? So this gives you energy, but let's not forget the essentials to life. So those are my 5 key or main things that made me want to try it. There's actually a lot more, and you can go in depth with the 5 things that I also said. But I just wanted to try to keep this as short as possible, even though I love talking. As soon as that camera goes, I roll, I roll. So what are some benefits, or here's the review portion, I should say, of what happened when I took it. For number 1, it was the energy, right? That was the first day, and I felt like this little boost and this little clarity. And so that's simple. And like I was like, all right, cool, this is good. But number 2, well, it's not really number 2. This is kind of part of it. The improved memory, and that kind of goes with number 1, the getting rid of the toxic heavy metals. So the improved memory, I have a little story with that one. That was when our friend Chestoria, she told me, we were at her house and eating this delicious, I think it was chickpea curry, some kind of curry type of thing, and it was delicious. All right, so she recommended something on on Netflix for us to check out. And it was a movie, and it was an exact episode. And anyways, by the time we got home, and this is our relaxed day, we wanted to watch it. And she said, hey, do you remember, my wife, she said, hey, do you remember that thing that Chestoria said? And I said, yes. It was, of course, I'm not going to remember it now. It was a long time ago. All right. But it was Glass Mirrors or Black Mirror. And it was an episode. I knew the exact episode. And she was like, oh, I was just like, oh, did you write that down, or that was the top of your head? Because she just said it once, and I just said it, and I repeated it back, But she said, did you remember that, or that was off the top of your head? And I was like, oh, that was just off the top of my head. And I remember the exact episode and and what it was. And when you go through a lot of days, and you're also a lot of things in one day, and you're also Gemini, you know what I'm saying? That job be like flute and then flop, But yeah, I remembered it. So that's one thing I told you. Like, I love anything that helps with the mind and whatever, and decalcifying the brain, and working on your pineal gland, and working on your meditation, and working on your clarity, and working on your intuition. This is something that I recommend. That's why I'm so into this chlorella thing, and I gotta keep having it. I renewed it before I before I went empty. So that's one thing. And then, but one of my favorite that goes along with that, and along with number 1, I think that is why I made that number 1. So maybe they were in order. What's it called? Vivid Dreams. Oh my goodness. The first day
or night, I should say, I had a freaking vivid dream. And I was going for, you know how you don't remember, like, I remembered when I woke up without having to do the writing down thing or nothing. I was like, no way. So it helped. It's like, it definitely does its job. Like, I think it really did the decalcification, or I mean, not the decalcification, but the detoxification of the heavy metals. Like, and just clearing out and having it's really good, man. That's one of my favorite things, and that vivid dream thing. And yeah, I love it. So I think those are my favorite. That's what happened to me. Try it, comment. If you have already tried it, comment and tell me what happened for you, and tell me how your recommended dose is. I usually do like I think it's a teaspoon. I just put it in my morning smoothie, and I go on. And like when I feel lucky, you know what I mean. I do it like 2 in a day, you know. But I don't go that hard. I just want it to be a thing that goes in my body, that flows through my body. That's it. And I happen to get benefits immediately. And usually I give myself a frame, but I was like, yo, this is awesome. And I wanted to make sure I did a whole bottle or a whole container worth before I did a video. So yeah. Anything else? All right, so also I just wanted to show y'all, this is what it looks like when you mix it just in water. This is literally just a teaspoon, and dark green, and tastes like seawater. All right. I'm a taste noticer. I know exactly what things taste like. And what I need when I do cook, I know exactly what I need to make it taste a certain way. Whether you think this is good or not, it tastes like freaking seawater. So I can tolerate anything that I think is healthy. Simple as that. And enjoy it. But I like seaweed, so this is really not nasty to me. But it tastes like turtle food. And I know that's gonna probably turn some of y'all off. But if you feel like the benefits outweigh what you may think this tastes like, then try it. Also, when I put it in the smoothies, my morning smoothies, I really don't notice it. I really don't notice that people, I don't want to use the word fish taste, because it doesn't taste like fish. It tastes like seawater. But you can't notice the seawater taste within my morning smoothies, which I use mainly roots, maca powder, ashwagandha. I use almond milk. I use one banana. I use all types of herbs like ginger, cinnamon, tons of turmeric, what's it called? Flaxseed, walnuts. So there's all that in there. Maca powder, I probably said that, but there's also cacao. Like, that's my morning smoothie to jump up. So think about all those flavors, and then you put a teaspoon of this. So it's not gonna do anything in your morning smoothie. So if you do smoothies, you good, you know what I mean? So that's it. That's my recommendation. Please subscribe, please comment. Definitely comment, because I love hearing back from you guys. More than just getting a like or whatever, which is cool. More than getting a like, I like to hear a comment back, you know what I'm saying? Because I like having that dialogue with people. Like, what did you go through? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, world peace. It's your brother Eternal T. I am you, you are me. Hit me up.